Zakah is the third pillars of Islam, and zakah is compulsory with a condition. This condition, you have to have the nisab, the threshold of the zakah, which varies, depends on the types of the money or the wealth that you have. And these items, you have to have it in your hand in a saving for one Islamic calendar. For zakah, we have different type of zakah. We have zakatul mal, the money of zakah, which also have zakatul al-dhahab, the gold and the silver. And we have zakat al-thimar, the fruits and vegetable, and the fruits and crops. And we have zakatul ghanam al-an'am, the cattle's zakah, and also zakatul rikaz. So if we start first by zakatul mal, or the wealth and the gold, and zakatul urud al-tijara, trading. So urud al-tijara, the trading zakah, and the money and the gold and the silver have the same condition. The nisab means the threshold amount according to the gold scale is about 85 grams from pure gold. Or if you have a different grade of gold, you have to do a relation. For example, if there is because the gold is different, the pure one is 24, then the 21, then the 18. So if you have gold pure 24, so the gold of the nisab is 85. And then we have the 20, the gold, then they have the gold with the 21. You have about 97, and if it's 18, it's about 102. So if you have a wealth or money which equal to this amount of gold, then you reach the nisab. If you go with the silver scale, it's about 600 grams of silver, which of course more benefit for the miskin or the needy and poor person. So whatever you do, it's okay if you go with a silver scale or with a gold scale. Then the hawl, you have to wait, or you have this money in your hand for one Islamic calendar. So this is zakatul mali, or the wealth and the gold. And by the way, for the sisters that has a gold as a jewelry, it's the correct opinion that also will be have zakah in it if it reaches the nisab as well. So then the zakat, the cattles, we have so far the cattle, the sheep and the cow, the sheep and goat of course, and the cow and the camel. The nisab of the sheep is the nisab of the start with the camel first. The nisab of the camel, if you have 5 camels and more, and the nisab of the cow is 30 cow and more, and the nisab of sheep and goat is 40 and more. And there are different schedule of paying the zakah. It is not the time to do in details. Like if you have 5, more than 5 of camel, you have to bring 1 sheep on it. But anyway, just know the nisab of the cattle like that. Then we have the nisab of fruits and crops and vegetable. We have 2 opinions actually. The Jumhur said you have to bring the zakah only on the qut, the grains or the food that used for eating and drink, for eating, like a barley, like a wheat, like a date, all that you have to zakah. But the Ahnaf, which strong opinion and valid opinion, say that every thing comes from the land is you should have zakah, which is a valid opinion. So the zakah, the nisab, or the nisab of the crops and the fruits and the vegetable is about depends on the fruits and or the thimar. It's about 5 awsaq. Al-wasaq is a kail, or the measurement weight, measurement items or scale. And al-wasaq, if you want to make it as a unit, so the wasaq is about 60 sa'. So that means that if you have 60 sa' multiplied by 5, if you have 30 or 300 sa', you'll be entitled for zakat of herbs. So 600 sa', and the sa' is about 4 mud. And the mud is the handful of the normal person. So if you take handful like that, it's called 1 mud. If you take 4 of this handful, it's called 1 sa'. And every wasaq is about 60 sa'. That means that every wasaq is about 240 mud. And the mud and the sa' is a volumetric measurement. It is a kail. And the mud varies between the fruits and the grains. For example, for rice, it could be 2 kilo. For date, could be 1.6 kilo, 1 sa'. For example, for barley or any other could be 2.3. But to be in safe, to keep it 3 kilo. So that means that if you have if you have 600 sa', or if you have 300 sa', sorry, 5 by 60 is 300. If you have 300 sa', this multiplied by, for example, 2 kilo, that means the nisab of the corpus is about 600 kilo. If you take the sa' as 2 kilo, but if you take the sa' as 3 kilo, so it is 900. So it varies between 600 and 900 kilo. This is the nisab of the fruits and corpus. And the last types of the zakah, zakatul rikaz. When you dig and you found a treasure from the previous nations, from this pleva, like a gold, you have to. And by the way, for the nisab, or for the harvest, and for the corpus one, the hawl is on harvest. So you have to do the zakah when you collect the fruits and the vegetable. And the same that like rikaz. The rikaz, when you find this treasure of this gold, you have to pay the zakah, which is 20%. And by the way, for the zakah of the gold and the silver and the trading, the nisab, as we mentioned, 85 gram gold and 600 silver. But when you pay the zakah, you pay 2.5. And for the corpse and the vegetable, and when you pay the zakah, depends on the watering system that you use. If you use the rain or something which you don't spend money, you pay 10% of the harvest at zakah on the harvest day. But if you dig a well or use some watering system and you spend money, you have to pay 5%. And for the rikaz, which is the treasure that you find after you digging from the previous nations, you have to pay it on spot, and it is 20%. So this is zakat, the third pillars of Islam. Then